Okay, so this is part two of Manosphere Glossary of Terms. This is a continuation of part one. So we're gonna go right into it. MGTOW, because its acronym is stands for Men Going Their Own Way. Um, it's basically men that have decided to take a non-traditional path towards courtship of women. It's a lot of different things. Some people have their own. I mean, obviously, definition of what MGTOW is basically men kind of taking a step outside of traditional marriage, even dating uh, traditionally. So you have various different forms. You got the far extreme, which is the MGTOW monk, which is a guy that just doesn't even date or have active sex with women. Then you have guys that just basically are pumping dumpers pretty much. Um, y- yeah, yeah. Appreciate that, Everin. So yeah, that's pretty much the far extreme is basically the MGTOW monks just actively like a monk, not abstaining in the sex and not dating and courting women. Then you have, I guess the far left would be like a basically a guy that's just kind of just sleeps with women, but just doesn't commit any date, any boyfriend and girlfriend relationship or marriage. Okay, so this is not really talked about, but I'm an old school YouTuber, Wig Towel. So when I remember back in like 2017, a lot of people, MGTOW actually made it to like New York Times, and it made the you know mainstream media pretty much. And you had women actually talking about that they were MGTOW, but this movement created no steam whatsoever. I guess you could say, well, nah, I wouldn't even say that, but yeah, it's pretty much it's just it's laughable at best. But yeah, you had some women that years ago saying that they were weak towel. I don't hear too many women saying that nowadays. But anyway, then you have this is like a black version of MGTOW, because basically the MGTOW guys, the white dudes, was like, they still had a lot of racist and people. The element in there clash didn't clash well with the black guys, so pretty much it more was branched off from MGTOW, and it's just basically it stands for introspective black men of reform. It's kind of very similar to MGTOW, but just it has a little different spin. All you have to do is Google search it more, and it'll come up with some different information on it. So moving along, this is SYSBM, which is an acronym as well. It's Save Yourself, Black Man. Um, Typically what it is, what I get from it, I'm not really abreast with it, but from what I've seen over the years, anything in relation to any negativity that I guess black women have, or the actions they are doing toward other black men, this will be the common shout out that will be given: save yourself, black man, as to say basically do not deal with black women. But the is a lot of arguments with that, is because okay, if you deal with other women in this country, um you might not fare any better. That's the argument within itself. Now this kind of goes into another group, and it's called passport bros. Passport bros is basically kind of very similar. you probably even say in the same camp as the Save Yourself Black Men. These are the guys that get basically. You could say that these are the guys that are very serious about the whole acronym of Save Yourself Black Men, because they actually are putting their money where their mouth is, and then their passport, they're actually getting a passport. Um, you know, they're actually going overseas, actually going to get other women outside of America. Um, so I guess you could say a passport, bro, is is a guy is a SYSBM that got a little money. SYSBM guys are probably just too broke to actually get a passport, and actually a plane ticket, uh, to travel. I don't know. It's just my vantage point on it. But yeah, moving along, a pick me. Um, basically a pick me in general is basically an agreeable woman. Okay, just she agrees with men's problems with women. She agrees with the negative basically complaints that men have towards women. She pretty much is very. I look at a true pick me to me is because you got. I think you got some fake pick me's, but a true pick me is basically an agreeable woman. She's not. She a pick me is not a submissive woman. Okay, she's just an agreeable woman. I just a true pick me, a genuine pick me, is just a woman that's agreeable. You know, the, the woman that agrees that she's gonna wear a White Sox jersey and goes to the White Sox game, which and drink a beer and have a hot dog. I don't know, but yeah, yeah, pick me's are not really liked by the women that uh you know don't really like like men that much. I don't know, but moving along, octane scale. This is something that BGS Ibor is a creator of. Pretty much, it's just a scale that kind of breaks down the class system of women and men. But it is very much just a scale based off of education. Also, your particular class system, as well as uh like your career success. So you got 87 all the way to 100 octane. Basically, 87 will be just average, like kind of poor person. And then you have 100 octane, which is a little bit different. 100 octane is women that are kind of like superstars, such as like R&B singer that's really hot, or a superstar such as even Beyonce would be in a category of 100 octane. And it is 100 octane. The only difference between the 87 to the 100, or let's just say 87 to 92 octane, those don't have anything to do necessarily with looks. But a 100 octane scale has absolutely everything to do with looks. In order to really be 100 octane, you have to, I would say, be a seven or above as far as looks. But you tend to basically 100 octane is a woman that basically she's dating other like stars and entertainers and famous guys. So moving along, select non-select. This is a term that Ron Wills is the creator of, and it's basically based off of do women select you, or are you non-selected? Basically, that pretty much what it is. It's like you women are choosing you, or are they not choosing you? If they're choosing you, you a select guy. If they're not choosing you, you non-select. Okay, and HVM is high value man. That's Kevin Samuels, a term that he kind of token, and just basically guy that makes over six figures for a consecutive period of years, and all of the other stuff that he has as far as a requirement. Basically, a high value man. Now, another term is sexual marketplace value. That's what SMV is, sexual marketplace value. Pretty much, it is what you are marketed as in dating market. Okay, dating and courting market. That is your sexual marketplace value, where you stand in when you go outside your door. Are you getting a whole bunch of guys trying to propose to you and offer you the world? you know uh you getting guys to basically breaking your door down trying to get to you. I mean, that just kind of goes into what your sexual marketplace value is. Now, this one is very new. New guy in the space. Actually, his channel name is BMT. Um, uh, Actually, is Mr. Palmer, but it basically stands for baby mama terrorists. You cannot deny that there are some women that are basically, yeah, baby mama terrorists. They, you know, commonality of a baby mama terrorist is a woman that uses her children for pawns against their children's father. They stop at nothing to try to, make the father's life a living hell. Just have a lot of hate and vitriol for their children's father. That's a typical baby mama terrorist. And this is new as well, and you can't deny it. It's irrefutable. This guy's not really liked, but Platinum Elite, he came with the terminology "bitch broke." That is very much, it is a true saying. A lot of guys do get with women and end up becoming bitch broke, whether it be they are scorned through from a situation they dealt with the woman, and they sitting around drinking, being unproductive, you know, just thinking about one chick that broke their heart. I think every guy in his life has been bitch broke from time to time again, and even actually goes into, even you actually, a woman is costing you a whole bunch of money. You got involved with a chick that that's taking you literally to the bank, taking you to the cleaners. She had a baby, told you she was using birth control. Then she got pregnant and took you right to court and got the maximum amount of child support she could possibly get, or she filed divorce, took a lot of your money. Yeah, it could even go there. I mean, definitely, it is a true statement. Being bitch broke. Uh, this is something that I started last year. Basically, subprime and prime women. Basically, you got women that are subprime, just kind of low quality women, and then you have prime women. There's more subprime women than there are prime women. I'll just say that. I'll talk a little bit about that on my channel. Uh, Talk more about it on my Patreon, because that literally, um, it's very valuable information, because a lot of times guys don't understand until it's too late. You dealing with some subprime woman and you like, damn, well, damn, I didn't really think about it. Maybe I should have worked on myself instead of dealing with this woman. But anyway, moving along. Transformer. This ain't nothing necessarily. This is a term that's outside the space of YouTube, um, or the quote unquote manosphere. But basically, a transformer is just a transsexual. I mean, I remember talking about this well before I was even on YouTube. I mean, it's basically, yeah, that's pretty much what it is. But Hotep is basically conscious woke person. That's what people call people Hoteps, but it's more of a negative connotation. But whatever. Okay. Beta provider male. Basically, a beta provider male, I guess you could even say, is a stepfather. You could put a stepfather in the category. You can omit stepfather and literally put in beta provider male. Because typically that is, even in the animal kingdom, that, I mean, there is, okay, in the animal kingdom, typically there is no beta provider male in the animal kingdom. Uh, but human species is, a little abstract and a lot different. There's guys that actually will take care of other guys' kids, and actual the moms of basically that have children, and it ain't necessarily a beta provider male. I have to say it doesn't necessarily always is a stepfather. Beta provider male could be a guy just he just giving a whole bunch of money to a chick, and he's either a boyfriend or even could be a dude that's vying to be a boyfriend, have never even slept with the woman or never even went on a date. He's still looked at as a beta provider male. Alpha male, this is subjective to whoever, people's, a lot of people have a general terminology of it. I'm more aligned with the general terminology of it. Basically, alpha males are men of basically high status leaders. I would even say men that can fight off other men, can hold his own in arena or circle of amongst other men, and actually be like like a leader as far as you know shit. Like if you look at a WFC match, if you ever see a tournament, and the guy that's the basically the winner of that tournament, I would consider that person an alpha male. Now the other people he might be fighting is also alpha males too, but he is the leader of those men. He is the best of the best. So that would be my general terminology of alpha male. But like I say, this term is subjective. Monkey branching. Monkey branching is basically terminology typically used for women that just go from relationship to relationship, guy to guy to guy. You see a lot of this in the entertainment world. One minute, you know, this chick is with this dude, then she's with the father, then she's with another dude, and then another dude, then this other dude. Then she's chilling with him for a while, and then she's going with somebody else. That's term is called monkey branching. Another term is Peter Pan syndrome. This is a syndrome that's talked a lot about in present time because you have a lot of Gen Xers, millennials, and even Generation Z that are just kind of living a life like kids are us. They just playing video games, playing collecting toys, still having Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments and shit. They're just like literally living life like they're a freaking teenager. And they actually, some have kids, some don't have kids, some don't want to have kids. It's just you could kind of talk about the Peter Pan syndrome, not ever wanting to go grow up and living in mother in Never Land. Um, yeah. So I've already talked about SMV. Actually, that's something else. But I guess I could talk about misandry and misogyny. Let me see here. All right. So yeah, Miss, you got. I guess I can finish it off with Miss Sandry and misogyny. So basically, Sandry is the female version. Basically, is women that don't that they have like a kind of disdain for men. They have a very a chauvinistic viewpoint on men. Um, from a female's vantage point, and opposite would be a misogynist that has totally one-sided viewpoints that favor men. So there's misandry and misogyny. I mean, it's not necessarily nothing new, but that's also a term that's used a lot in this space. So there you have it. That is um glossary of terms. I pretty much within part one and part two, like Evan, he likes Evron, he likes part one. So basically, yeah, this you watch both of these, you'll probably get most of the terms and you'll be like, oh yeah, I know what they talking about now. So this is it. Uh, you know, let me go back to work. Y'all take it easy.